When a felony crime is committed, there is often little or no physical evidence to go on. A mental image of the suspect in the mind of a victim or witness may be the only lead in a case. San Jose is one of the only full-time police sketch artists in the country. Gil Zamora is both a police officer and an artist, and has been the San Jose police sketch artist since 1995. Gil's background in graphic design, behavioral science, and criminology are ideally suited to his present position with the police department.
Ever since I was a little kid, I was drawing from comic strips, magazines, and so forth. And I always had the knack of being able to draw the face. Even when I got here to the police department, I was always drawing cartoons or drawing faces and so forth.
During the first few years of his career, Gil was content as a patrol officer and never intended to be a police sketch artist. His life changed suddenly when, responding to a gang-related incident in 1988, a drunk driver struck Gil's patrol car and he received serious injuries.
This accident basically changed my life. I had to resort to coming off a patrol duty and work inside the building, office duties. And that kind of refocused my energies to go back maybe to art, because like I said, I've always been drawing. We had a great police artist. His name was Tom Macris, and he had built such a reputation in that many agencies across the country were using San Jose PD because of his great work. And I met with him, and we hit it off. There was an informal apprenticeship for about 3 years or so, and the rest is history. My interview techniques appear to be pretty simple when somebody looks at it, you know, the third person in the room, but it involves a lot of background. For instance, the interview itself is me asking the witness or the victim questions about the face, the race of the suspect, the age, the body build, and then I talk about the face shape, the hair, the ears, and I go all around the face and then end up with the eyes. Talk about his eyes. I don't use any photographs for references. I take the information from the witness from their memory only. As they're responding to my questions, I'm drawing the sketch of the suspect. For the first 5 minutes of the interview, the person has their eyes closed. I do this because it helps them to focus. It helps them hopefully to kind of calm down. Because some of these people have been involved in pretty traumatic situations, and they're a little uneasy about coming here to the police department. And this is just a way to kind of build some more rapport with them so that they can feel that they can tell me pretty much anything that happened. We do the interview, I'm doing the sketch, and then now they actually get to tell me what happened to them. They open their eyes, they tell me the incident, and then I show them the sketch. They make any corrections, and that's basically it. It takes about 45 minutes or so. Any facial hair on this guy? No? And what's his attitude like usually? Interviewing people, sometimes I don't know if I'm going to get a good witness. I don't know if I'm going to get someone who really saw enough information to come up with a sketch. Our officers out in the street interview people and find out who are the best folks that have enough information. They feel that if they saw the suspect again, that they would be able to recognize him.
Gil is multifaceted. Not only does he do a great sketch to help us identify who the suspect might be, but he's also an outstanding interviewer. And Gil comes at it a little bit differently with his interview, and a lot of times his interview will elicit information from the victim or witness out of what I would call Gil's sensitivity for people. We've been very successful in using Gil's sketches and identifying people who we then can look at as possible suspects, and oftentimes that is the break that we need, or the lead that we need, that leads to an arrest, and specifically with robberies, it leads to the arrest of violent suspects.
I always find it interesting that people always ask, what is the most memorable case you've ever done? I do so many. I do about 300 sketches a year, and all of the cases that I do are very important. And I would say that maybe the most recent high-profile case involving the little girl that was kidnapped in San Jose, that was a pretty intense investigation. I was called in the middle of the night to come in and interview her brother here in my office, and we didn't know what we had at the time, but we were able to come up with the information for the sketch, and that eventually led to an arrest. And what was most rewarding is that a lot of the detectives and investigators felt that the sketch resembled the suspect in great detail, so that definitely was rewarding.
Gil is regarded as one of the top police sketch artists in the country and appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show in 1996 to demonstrate how his unique skills work to identify crime suspects.
For the past hour, 3 witnesses to that robbery have been working with police sketch artists to come up with a picture of the man they think they saw. Witness number 1 is Gail, and her sketch was done by artist Gil Zamora.
If you are ever a witness or victim of a crime and need to be interviewed to produce a sketch, Gil has some important advice.
If you can answer this question, if I saw him again, would I recognize him? That's enough for me. You don't need to worry about jotting everything down and stressing yourself about how this person looked. If you have a mental picture of this person, if you have the essence of this person, that's going to be enough.